Hello students, welcome back to the history class. Today we are going to start a new chapter which is Thinkers, Beliefs and Buildings. In the new book you can see the name of the chapter changed and the new name is A History of Buddhism, Sanchi Stupa. But the content is same, that is there will be no change in the content. In this chapter, we shall go on a long journey across 1,000 years to read about philosophers and their attempts to understand the world they inhabited. We will also see how their ideas were compiled as oral and written text, as well as expressed in architecture and sculpture. And also, we will see how these thinkers influence on the common people. While we will be focusing on Buddhism, it is important to remember that this tradition did not develop in isolation. There were several other traditions, each engaged in debates and dialogues with the others. Dear students, let's move into the chapter. Welcome back, dears. History of Buddhism, Sanchi Stupa. Just see the learning outcome. We will understand the religious process from 600 BCE to 600 CE and reconstruct the religious history through architectural wonders and monuments. In this chapter, we will focus on Buddhism, Jainism, followers of Buddha, teachings of Mahavira and Buddha, and also different stupas, especially Sanchi Stupa, and why these stupas built, what it contains, what structure, what is the structure, how this structure made, who construct this. All these things we will discuss in this chapter. First of all, just move into the first topic, that is the glimpse of Sanchi. Sanchi Stupa, that was believed to built by Ashoka, Emperor Ashoka, Mauryan Emperor, the great Ashoka. As you all know, well, the second lesson also we discuss about Ashoka's contribution after Kalinga War. After Kalinga War, the Magadha was the most important 16 Mahajanapatha, how that flourished, and the contribution of Ashoka. And he helped Buddhism to spread all over the world. Even he he has sent his own children to various places or various countries to spread the Buddhism. Teaching of Buddha, his son Mahendra and daughter Sanghamitra, they also move into various places to spread Buddhism. He only made this Sanchi Stupa, and just we are going to study about Sanchi Stupa. From that only the world came to know about Buddhism and its nature and all. And if we are talking about Sanchi Stupa, we should not forget three people. One is Ashoka himself, because he only made this, built this. Another two people, they were the two Begums. And this Sanchi Stupa that is situated in Bhopal, Sanchi Khankera. The place is Sanchi Khankera, Bhopal mein hai. And Bhopal, then Bhopal's Nawab, that was Shah Jahan Begum. And her successor, Sultan Jahan Begum. And these two people, they preserved and protected this monument. That was the main reason why the world, that was the main reason the world is able to attain knowledge about Buddhism. Much knowledge. Don't think so that only one stupa in India. Number of stupas. As you know that Lumbini, Nepal, present day Nepal, Lumbini, that also Buddha's place, that is also many stupas and all there. In Saranath, UP, sculptures as well as different type of stupas and all. Baruth, Madhya Pradesh, Amravati, AP, this is destroyed also. No one was there to care. And Nasik and as well Aurangabad is also destroyed because of the no one was cared about these monuments and all. But Sanchi preserved, and many times board examination also question asked that Sanchi preserved, whereas Amravati destroyed. What was the reason? So you should think about these two people. Because of these two begums, this preserved. You know, in 19th century, the French historians, they were fascinated towards this Indian architectural style. As you all know that the European style totally different from Indian style. They were totally impressed on the Indian style, architects as well as statues and sculptures, so humans sculptures, women statues, animals engraved on pillars and all. Totally fascinated, and this French historian, they approached to this Shah Jahan Begum, and those people, they offered a huge amount of money also to this Shah Jahan Begum. They need the gateway of Sanchi Stupa. These stupas are having the 4 gateways, north, south, west and east. Eastern gateway was fallen down, and beautiful sculptures are there. Engraved on the pillar also, many statues also engraved. They just wanted to take away this pillar, means this gateway, to France for their museum. As I told you that they were attracted towards this Indian style. So they wanted to carry away from Bhopal to France for their museum. But the wise Shah Jahan Begum, and she was well aware of the history as well as she wanted to preserve this. That is why she was not ready to give. And that was a time to the colonialism was on air. Britishers, French people, and many people used to come and they used to settle also. तो उनको क्या करेंगे, उनको तो ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट नहीं करना, सो उनका मन भी रखना है. So what she did, she prepared same gateway with the plaster of Paris. Same as it is, same shape as well as the same statue बना दी, means एक alternate बना दिया plaster of Paris, and she has given to this French people. उनका भी मन रख दिया and अपना original वहाँ पर संभाला है. And from her only, her daughter, means the successor Sultan Jahan Begum, she also came to know about this Sanchi Stupa and its importance, etc. And even she funded for museum and guest house, so she constructed museum and guest house also. Britishers came to settle in India, and John Marshall, as you all we are well aware of this John Marshall, first chapter, second chapter, we came to know ASI, Archaeological Survey, Archaeological Society of India. Britishers, they have taken away many things, but they have given to us also Archaeological Society of India, they established. That is why we are able to understand the importance of these stupas and all. And John Marshall also, he came to study about these stupas and all. And this Begum, and she had supported this person and arranged all the place, all the things to this John Marshall and his team. And he prepared the volume. He wrote the volumes about this Sanchi Stupa, and that was that volume only spread all over the world. And the world came to know about Buddhism and the nature and the structure of Buddha's religion. Earlier it was not a religion. Earlier it was a philosophy or ideology. Later it became the religion, Buddhism and Jainism. And all these two Begums, because of these two Begums, the statue, or sorry, the Sanchi, the gateways, the railings, the mount, each and everything preserved, and that became the most important center of Buddhism. And today also that preserved, and that is today that stand as a testimony to the successful of this site of archaeological site under the this Archaeological Society of India. So we have to salute these three people: Ashoka, Shah Jahan Begum, and Sultan Jahan Begum. Right? Dear students, these stupas, these monuments or buildings, the text, various texts like Buddhist texts like Ashokavadana, Jaina text, Brahmanical text, all these given the vivid description to the historians to understand the exciting world of, or reconstruct the exciting world of belief and ideas. What is the significance of these monuments? Who built this? What this mount contained? Who paid it for its construction? When it discovered? There is a fascinating story that we uncover at Sanchi, which we combine with the information from the text, inscriptions and monuments or sculptures. Let us begin to explore the early Buddhist tradition first. The mid-first millennium BCE is often regarded as the landmark of the world history because it saw the emergence of thinkers like Zarathustra of Iran, Kongzi of China, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle of Greece, Mahavira, Gautam Buddha and many from India. And these thinkers, they started to question the rituals. They tried to understand the mysteries of existence. They tried to understand the relationship between the human being and the cosmic order. This was a time the cities emerged, new cities emerged, kingdoms developed, that we have seen in the second chapter. And the social and economical changes happened. Variety of changes happened. And these thinkers tried to understand these changes as well. That time, there were several traditions, beliefs and religious practices practiced the people of the subcontinent, even including the Vedic culture. That is, Rig Veda was composed between 1500 to 1000 BCE. Rig Veda, you all know about the Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda. So Rig Veda was composed during this time. This Rig Veda contains hymns, that hymns in praise of, we used to, that hymns are using in praise of variety of deities like Indra, Agni and Soma. People used to chant the hymns during they perform the sacrifices. Sacrifices means ahudi. For what purpose they are doing these sacrifices? Various purpose. Like they are praying for sons, cattle, as well as their good health, good wealth. As you all know that Raja Dasarath in Ramayana, he performed Putrakameshti Yagya, right? For sons. Raja Drupada in Mahabharata, he also performed this Yagya. Draupadi also originated from Agni only, right? And many people, they chanted these hymns during the performance of sacrifice. Sacrifice earlier collectively sacrifice means सारे लोग मिल करके बैठ के आहुति means पूजा करते थे. After that, the head of the family, he performed the sacrifices for the betterment of the entire family and all. Now the style of the sacrifice changed. Earlier, they used ghee, flour as well as various dhan, etc. Ahudi karte the. But now, animal sacrifice, human sacrifice, elaborated sacrifice also was there. Like two elaborated sacrifices were there. That is Rajasuya and Ashwamedha. You must have heard about Rajasuya Yagya that was conducted by Yudhishthira in Mahabharata. Yudhishthira conducted Rajasuya Yagya. And also many kings, chiefs and kings conducted this because it was so costly. They have to please the Brahmanas. This was conducted by Brahmanas. They have to please the Brahmanas also. They have to give the gift and all the things. And so much of wealth they need for that. So only chiefs and the kings, they performed this Rajasuya, Ashwamedha. Ashwamedha के बारे में आपने पता है, आपको पता है, रामायण में रामा ने अश्वमेधा किया था. अश्वमेधा में क्या होता है कि राजाओं को राजा बनने के लिए, मतलब होस्ट को छोड़ देते थे। वो होस्ट जहाँ जहाँ कौन कौन सी कंट्री में जाएंगे, जहाँ पर वो पहुँचेगा वो राज्य सरेंडर होना चाहिए। अगर सरेंडर नहीं होना चाहिए तो तुम उस होस्ट को बांध दो, तो फिर राजा आके या वॉर करेंगे, उसको हराएंगे। ये सब कुछ था। पर श्री रामा ऑल्सो परफॉर्म अश्वमेधा। लास्ट क्या हो गया, वो उसका बेटा लव और कुश वो होस्ट को बांध लिया था। फिर पापा और बेटों का लड़ाई, मतलब वॉर, ये सब कुछ आपने रामायण में पढ़ा है। सो दीज आर द इलाबोरेटेड रिचुअल्स. And when people started sacrifices, this animal sacrifice and human sacrifice, they started, and the thinkers, they started to question these sacrifices. You are killing animals or humans for your happiness. Are you really getting the happiness? You're destroying the life of a person or an animal organism, and you're getting happiness. And they questioned about the rebirth also. And that time people used to say that karma, तुम कर्मा का जो अच्छा करेगा, पास का जो action उसके according तुम rebirth हो जाएंगे. And that also questions. When questions शुरू हो गया, the people also started to think on that way. They also having the speculating this about this all these things. People also started questioning, and they are also having doubts. This sacrificial tradition goes. maybe इसी तरह से देखना शुरू कर दिया. And in the next class, next session, we will discuss about the debate and the discussion on this. Now, this is the question time. Okay? So, here are the questions. My first question is, which sources are used by the historians to reconstruct the exciting world of ideas and beliefs from 600 BCE up to 600 CE?
The sources are Brahmanical text, Jain text, Buddhist text, monuments and inscriptions.
Buddhist text.
Ashokavadana.
Ashokavadana. Where is the stupa of Sanchi situated?
It is situated in the state of Bhopal and in the village of Sanchi, Khagra. Kanakera.
Yes. And who wanted to take away the eastern gateway of Sanchi and why?
The French historian wanted to take away the eastern gateway because they wanted to reserve this in their museum.
Right. How did it escape from going out of Bhopal?
The ruler Shah Jahan Begum, she made the plaster of Paris copies of stupa and give it to them.
That means stupa, the original stupa remained its place, right? And who preserved the two Begums? Can you name the two Begums who preserved the stupa?
The two Begums who preserved the stupa are Shah Jahan Begum and Sultan Jahan Begum.
She was a successor of this Shah Jahan Begum, Sultan Jahan Begum, right? So Shah Jahan Begum and the successor of this Shah Jahan Begum, he was Jahan Begum. What is the significance of the stupa at Sanchi? And you write 2 points.
The significance of stupa is that it is one of the most wonderful monument and sculptures also. And it is a center of Buddhism.
Okay. And make the list of world famous thinkers of mid-first millennium BCE.
The main thinkers are Mahavira, Gautam Buddha and many more in India. And Kongzi in China. And Zarathustra in Iran. Zarathustra in Iran. And Socrates, Plato and Aristotle in Greece.
Right. Which text gives us the information about the early Vedic tradition?
Rig Veda.
When did it compile?
It compiled between 1500 to 1000 BCE.
Name any 3 deities mentioned in this text.
The 3 deities are Indra, Agni and Soma.
Right. Can you say the list of objectives of this sacrifice?
Some people they prayed for sun, health, wealth and cattle, etc.
Okay. So can you say that 2 elaborate sacrifices and who used to perform?
The two elaborate sacrifices are Rajasuya and Ashwamedha Yagya. It was performed by the chiefs or kings.
Right. Thank you very much. These many questions you also should write, note it down in your rough copy or main copy, and try to find out the answers as well. Okay, thank you.